It's the good stuff. Volume looks good. For some reason, the window capture is... I wonder if it's because of EOSD for the busy person, because they use the same window capture. So when I fit this one to screen, it zooms that one in, but when I fit that one to screen, it zooms this one out. Anyway, I'm here. I'm back. Oh. So, at this point in the game, it's entirely new to me. I do remember bits and pieces from Case 2 from way back when, but I never ever clicked anything in Case 3, so I am completely in the dark, chat. Seems a lot of people here haven't played this either, which is kind of nice. So we're all experiencing this together. And it's spoiler free. That said, if I reach a point where I need to present something in court, please, you're okay. It's okay to have your own thoughts on it, but keep it to yourself. Please, don't tell me to present certain evidence. That's all I ask. I don't need that. I like to try to explain my rationale behind the options that I pick, so I'm not just guessing, you know? So I'm gonna play the game the way I can. Good night, Mayoi. Let's begin. Evening falls, and there is a party with no occasion at the Hakude Shrine. No excuse is as good as any for Suika to throw a party. It's a mere custom, but this party is especially long, lasting all of 10 hours. Damn, alright. No one knows who was there when it started, nor who came and left during the how do you pronounce that, chat? Cacophony. Cacophony. The only ones who do know are the hosts Suika and Reimu, as they were there the entire time. And once the party had finally winded down, Suika closes her eyes and starts sawing logs. What? Okay, I get that sawing logs is like, it's an analogy here for sleeping, but how does that work exactly? But for some reason, she doesn't wake up. Snoring? Oh, I see. I guess even Suika can practically drink herself to death. Not quite, milady. It's not as simple as it appears to be. Sawing logs is a snoring joke. Alright, now I have been educated. Thank you. What do you mean by that? Please look at this. Do you think I know what that is? Do you think I know not what that is? That's just a sake bottle. Chat, you know that thing we do with our native languages? Where we read a sentence that, like, contextually makes sense to us, and the flow of the words is so similar to things we've seen before that we just kind of filter out certain words in the sentence. And then we read them and it's confusing, then we reread them and there's another word in there. Because there are some, I've seen word puzzles where it'll just give you a simple sentence and it will include two of the same word in it, and your brain will filter it out because it knows what it needs to read. So I was reading that and I did not read the word not, because do you think I know what that is a sentence that I say a lot, right? That's a sentence I read a lot, we say a lot, but do you think I know not what that is not something I have ever said in casual conversation, nor have I ever read before in my life. So I completely filtered out the not and just read it as I saw it. It's so weird. The human brain is some weird shit. That's just a sake bottle. Of course she had to drink something. After the previous case, Lady Knowledge scolded the police fairies and provided them with further training. They found this their improved ability. What? That's okay, there's missing a word there. Proceed. Please look at what is written on the label. This is the heart of the matter. Oh, small wonder. Oni killer, I see. Quite. However, it is only a metaphor, as it does not possess any truly lethal qualities. Oh, okay, no murder yet. I mean, it makes sense. You can't just kill Suika. If an Oni were to drink from this bottle, they would fall into a deep drunken sleep. I believe that would be clear, given the circumstances. But the evidence is all circumstantial as well, is it not? Please do not worry, milady. We have confirmed an eyewitness. Based on their testimony, we have already requested a warrant from Judge Shiki for the suspect's arrest. Well done. It was all due to your and Lady Patchoulie's discipline, milady. Now go, arrest our suspect. So we know who the suspect is, because it was given in the title at once. But who's this eyewitness testimony? I'm curious. I really don't know anything about this case at all. Yep, May 7th, 7:21 a.m. Hakade Shrine. Excuse me. Just a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting. Reimu dabbed on Suika and she couldn't handle it. She cringed so hard she fell into a coma. There you go. That's the plot. Sorry to keep you waiting. What do you want? As much as I am loath to be the bearer of bad news. What's the matter? Why are you so quiet? Miss Reimu Hakade, you were under arrest. What? What did I do? You can't arrest Reimu. She's the main character. We will discuss that matter at the mansion. Now please come with me. Oh, that's right. If there's a problem, let's just have a spell card. Have you forgotten? You yourself was the one who temporarily sealed the use of spell cards. Ah, yeah, you're right. How long has this been lasting? Please don't take this the wrong way. I'm simply doing my job. This looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Alright, same day. Aya's little corner office, featuring a desk, a scroll, a candle lamp, and a window. Same day, 9:34 a.m. Shameimaru in co-law office. Now let's see. How are the preparations coming along, Momiji? I think everything is in order. Did you make sure the film is loaded? Of course. Whew. Finally going news hunting after so long. Going back to our real jobs. You've been itching to get out there too, haven't you? Yes, you're right. But now we can finally scratch that itch. Alright, in that case, let's take... Oh! Off? Ah! Hold up. Oh, Marissa's back. What's the matter, Miss Kirisame? Why are you barging into my office? Whew. Made it in the nick of time. Here, take care of this, will ya? I'm pretty sure no one knows where Aya lives because she's a Tengu, and the Tengu are very secretive, so... This is, you can't do this, Marissa. You're gonna get arrested by Tengus. You've already broken a law. Thanks, catch you later. What was that all about? Maybe the letter will tell us. Maybe the letter will tell us. Should I read it? She lives in Tengu Village on Yokai Mountain. Yeah, but you can't go there. I know you can go there in the puppet dance performance, but that's not canon either. The Tengu won't even let people walk up the mountain to the Moriya shrine. That's how reclusive they are. That's why they had to build that weird giant wooden ski lift thingy from the bottom of the mountain to the top. Sure, go ahead. Okay, let's see what it says. I've been arrested. Defend me. Reimu. Short, sweet, to the point. Look out for booze, Luigi. They say you shouldn't keep anger bottled up, but please don't take it out on me at least. But I haven't even done anything yet. That's how I've been trained. Alright. The Reimu... What you noticed. I don't think we have enough information yet to tell what happened. It seems pretty serious to me. But if all we have is that letter, we don't have any real details. There aren't even more than 3 sentences written on it. I guess we might as well take a look, although I can't say I'm too concerned. Alright, let's go. Guess we'll go to the detention cell. Yep. I really wish we could speed up this red text. But here's the question, chat. What's the motive? Same day, 10:01. Esteem Detention Cell. You look happy. Ah, this tea sure is wonderful. Hello? Miss Hakude. The only problem is that I can never decide if I want to eat salty snacks or sweet snacks with it. What a predicament. Maybe you'd do well in jail. Miss Hakude? The holding cells in this game are a lot more friendly than the ones in Phoenix, right? Miss Hakude is starting to scare me. I'd say she's more weird than scary right now. Her eyes aren't moving at all. Wow, you're right. It's like she's sleep-talking. Okay, enough of that. Whoa. She's awake. You know, you two shouldn't just say whatever little thought enters your mind. I was just trying to relieve the depression and boredom. No, your usual habits are strange enough. What do you mean usual habits? She wakes up, she drinks tea, she eats snacks, and then she takes the broom to the front of the shrine in one specific spot and makes it the cleanest damn stone you ever seen. That's what Reimu does when an incident's not going on. I wouldn't call that strange at all. That's just her job. Ah, just shut up. Even someone like me would be overwhelmed by all this. Ah, I guess so. Really, who wouldn't be? Oh, I wish that when I banned spell cards, I would have made myself the exception to the rule. I wonder how long this lasts, because she did it, and it just seems to be in effect, like, for a while now. Sounds a little too dangerous to me. Well, for now, can you give me a summary of what happened? I won't be able to defend you in court otherwise. I suppose I should, but you better listen well. Who's supposed to be the one in charge here? Alright, tell me what the hell happened. We got more detail in the overview before starting the case than the actual episode itself. Please give me the details about the case. Well, it's pretty simple. After the party last night, Suika didn't wake up. I shook her, hit her, slapped her, kicked her, scratched her, pinched her nose, poured water on her, and set her on fire. That took a... Wow, okay. I shook her, hit her, slapped her, kicked her, scratched her, pinched her nose, poured water on her, and set her on fire. Shouldn't you set her on fire first, then pour water on her? I mean, you shouldn't do either, but come on, if you're doing those two specific things, you should probably reverse the order, because one, she's probably not very flammable anymore. I'm just thinking about what Suika looks like, just asleep, but completely on fire, just like the fucking dog in the chair. This is fine. just enjoying a nap. But there was absolutely no reaction. She was out stone cold. You know, you probably get arrested for something else after all that, Reimu. Set her on fire? I was only kidding about that. Oh. What about the water? Just an innocent prank. Okay, so she didn't actually set her on fire, but she poured water over her. She doesn't know when to quit, does she? So what was the cause? Sake. This is another one of those context things. There's no accented E there to read, so that could have just been sake. But since I know that sake is involved and I know what sake is, I can immediately read that word as sake. It's just like how the words read and read, not the color, but the action, are the same spelling, but all we need to see is the context of this. It's used in the sentence, and we can immediately tell which one we're supposed to put in there, which is kind of annoying. I imagine it's incredibly painful if you're not a native English speaker. It's just like, oh, this word is spelled the same, but it means two completely different things. And it's you just have to know exactly how to read it given the sentence context. It's like fun. I tried sake before. I didn't really like it, but this was also before I even really like drank anything, so I'd probably be okay with it. I just don't know what it goes well with. That's all. I had it like just on its own. I was like, ugh, it's too strong. I don't think you can mix sake with anything, but I mean like for food or whatever. It'd be neat to try again. There's different kinds of sake too as well. I think I just had regular. What? If I were joking, I'd say so. Probably some fish. Oh, that'd be good. I had it with rice, but just plain rice didn't work. Do you read as read or read? See, like that. But you know what? You can also read that sentence as do you read red as read or read? Isn't it weird how you can read that sentence multiple different ways? What? Don't give me that look. It's true. The Scarlet Devil Mansion. Well, I guess it's Station instead. Came after me. Once they found evidence. English funny. Fucking English. So this actually happened. Did Miss Ibuki really collapse from drinking sake? What have I been saying the entire time? Oh, whatever. Yes, it's all true. Suika truly drank too much sake and collapsed. I still can't believe it. Well, go take a look for yourself. You are a reporter, aren't you? Okay, I will do just that. Following up on rumors and leads and confirming their authenticity are the fundamentals of gathering news. Who cares about that? Just defend me in court. Do you read data as data or data? That's another one, but that one's more about pronunciation than actual, like, word. The victim is Suika Ibuki. She attended a party 2 days ago, fell asleep, and has yet to regain consciousness. Chat, you know what this game does? It makes me want to play Ace Attorney. It really does. Reason behind your arrest. Aya doesn't really have attorney credentials, no. I don't really think so. But she got roped into it because she's the one who suggested it. And her role as an investigative journalist helps her to investigate properly as an defense attorney, like Phoenix Wright does. She's probably the most fitting character for the role of defendant, I'd say. She fits it well. She's a character I can reasonably believe to be capable of, like, piecing things together, since she does all her articles and stuff. Yeah. The Ace Attorney anime, I don't know. I feel like if you don't know anything about Ace Attorney, you should play the games first, because much like Danganronpa, the anime cuts a lot of corners, and you lose a lot of important details and character development, and it's just not as good of an experience. And I say that as someone who has both played 100% in Danganronpa 1 and watched the anime, and I really didn't like the pacing. So I would definitely suggest playing the games. The games are fantastic. In any case, why were you the one who was arrested? You know, I can't say for sure. Supposedly, there was an eyewitness or something like that. Wouldn't that be the nail in the coffin? Do you think so? The thing is, I have no idea who would have been watching or why they think I'm the culprit. Ooh, I wonder who that could be. You didn't taint Miss Ibuki's drinks, did you? Why would I do something like that? I'd rather defeat her fair and square. Poggers. It's barely a Pogger's face, but just the shape of the mouth is just barely reminiscent enough. Of course, once everyone starts encouraging you two to fight, they can be rather persuasive. So you're looking for a fight too? Remember, chat, keep your theories to yourself. I'm not interested in them. I have my own theories, but there's nothing more annoying than when someone shouts out what they think is going to happen in a movie like 50 minutes before any plot point is going to happen at all. Just keep it to yourself, that's all. For now, I am simply window shopping. Really? I could have sworn you were wanting to buy a knuckle sandwich. Ooh. Fresh knuckle sandwich. I already had breakfast, thank you. Moving along, I would like to know the identity of the eyewitness. If we don't know, we don't be able to figure out the best way to prepare for them. Yes, you're right. And if the eyewitness doesn't mean any ill will, that would certainly be disastrous to our case. But the problem is no one told me who the eyewitness was. Not even Sakuya. So that's so. She must be acting on Miss Knowledge's instructions. I imagine that they didn't like losing to you last time one bit. It looks like they've been doing a lot of reading since then. Well, to be honest, I would be fine with losing, but I imagine that would be troublesome for you. Ah! Yeah, you're right. Alright, nice. I guess we'll go to the Hakude Shrine Grounds and see who this witness is. I have an idea who it could be, but I don't know. You drew Suika set on fire. God damn it. Same day, Hakude Shrine Grounds. Chat, you know what happened to me? last night. I uploaded Touhou Live Part 7, right? And I got a copyright claim. And I was like, all right, that's fine. And I checked it, and it's I got a copyright claim for the cowboy song, but only the first half of it, not the actual part where the cowboy screams, which is really weird. So I tried to mute it, and it didn't mute. And I woke up this morning, and by this morning I mean 4 p.m. like I usually do. And I tried to mute the song because it clearly didn't go through, and then it wouldn't load the tool. So that's just forever claimed until the fucking program decides it wants to work again. That's really annoying. Rules of Nature Instrumental did not get claimed, though. But 10 seconds of fucking noise that doesn't have any vocals to it. Yeah, it's annoying. It's very annoying. You need to be careful with this kind of thing. It doesn't really affect me that much because, you know, I'm not like making my entire life salary on that one video. But it's just annoying that I can't fix the problem, and I really don't want to give money to people who don't deserve it. Or at the very least, I don't want to give them any form of money at all if they're not actually the people claiming it. For all I know, they aren't the right people claiming it. She's okay. That's pretty much right there. That's what it feels like to sleep in the summertime. That's for sure. Got that summertime chill. She's fine. She'll walk it off. Same day Hakuda Shrine. I was expecting you to deliver around now. She's alright. She'll be okay. Really? We've been doing a great deal of training. What do you mean? You taught us much during the previous case, and using that as a reference, my mistress, Lady Knowledge, and I have been training the police fairies in the skills they lack. I really hate when trying to sleep in the summertime is rough. Because I'm one of those people who, like, I need a blanket over my toes, or I get this, like, strange sensation that, like, I'm gonna lose them. But then I put a blanket over my toes, and I'm fucking heated, Mike. Heated. And I gotta take it off. It's like, what's going on? Is that so? The police fairies all come equipped with batons. Yes, thanks to you, we now have excellent investigative capabilities. Also something in my eye. It also happened to improve their skills as maids, so that was a pleasant surprise. You want to get beaten by a fairy's nightstick? So, I would like to show my gratitude. Oh no, you don't need to do that. Well, we have already done so, by way of gathering every piece of evidence at the crime scene. No way. No way you got all of it. Tell me what you got. Show me what you got. Could you at least answer some of my questions? Very well. First, why did you arrest Miss Hakude? We arrested her based on the evidence we gathered and on the eyewitness's testimony. Testimony. What evidence was that? Before I answer that, are you aware of Miss Suika Ibuki's current condition? Yeah, she's in a coma. Not at all. Miss Hakude didn't know either, so she couldn't tell me. Then allow me to inform you. As a result of Lady Knowledge's research, she decided that it would be acceptable to share evidence and information with the defense before a case, as you should. Because prosecutors are corrupt in Ace Attorney, and they have way more power than they should. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. I greatly appreciate your cooperation. So was this due to a specific kind of sake? I am unable to say. But of course, I can show you the relevant articles. Thank you. While I can tell you about the evidence, I am not permitted to share information about the eyewitness's identity or testimony. Please realize this is not out of animosity. Why are we talking about hamburgers? Wait, I talked about hamburgers. God damn it. I don't even remember what I said now. Great. Well, I guess I was never going to be that easy. Thank you for telling me about the evidence, at least. You're quite welcome. Case file 2. Suika is currently in a deep sleep. The cause of poisoning is by imbibing a particular sake. Okay. Sake bottle has been added to the court record. The label reads Oni Killer, a sake that is said to be like poison to all Oni. The case of Suika's condition. Alright. Dream. I said eat my hamburgers, Apollo. Right. Right. Alright, so it seems like everything's kept. Aya, check the offertory box. It's empty. I'm sorry. Reimu's gonna know I did that. She's not gonna like it one bit. A building with an air of simple elegance, either because of its long history or because it needs cleaning. Let's see. There's usually not too much to click around. No. Okay, that's fine. Nothing else there. So now I guess I can go back to Reimu and inform her of, ask her what this is. It all happened because of this. And you're certain it wasn't you, which is why you asked me to defend you, right? Of course. What? No, give me more. I haven't the slightest idea what that is. Well, going to Shameimaru might not do anything, but maybe I can talk to Momiji. Nope. Okay, I'm missing something at the shrine, most likely. So let's go back to the shrine. Check. Can't talk to her anymore. Maybe I'll just get information on it. Where was the sake bottle found? Inside Hakude Shrine, naturally. It was placed in a corner of a room along with other bottles. Of course, we collected all the bottles, but this is the only one being held as evidence. So this bottle is the reason why you arrested Miss Hakude. Precisely. Phoenix Wright's a good series. If you find yourself interested in how this game works, then just know Phoenix Wright is AAA production of it, essentially. Very, very good games. Love them. Precisely. It was likely the cause of this whole incident. But seeing as how it may have injured someone, I imagine it should be called the smoking gun. I see. Then how is this bottle determined to be evidence? And a boot to that. There was someone who saw Miss Hakude serving Miss Ibuki sake from this bottle and her subsequently drinking it. You know they can't take fingerprints and stuff in this world, so they really have to stretch the eyewitness testimony to be what it is. That would be the eyewitness then. Could you tell me about who this is? Suppose we should tell you who she is after all. What does that mean? Miss Shameimaru? Why the serious look? As she is a material witness, we require Miss Momiji Inubashiri to accompany us. Is this acceptable, Miss Inubashiri? Wait, Momiji's the witness? What? Why are you so surprised? It was you who told us about Miss Hakude serving Miss Ibuki sake from this bottle, wasn't it? Is that true? Oh yes, now I remember. That happened soon after I was asked to help clean up after the party. God damn it, Momiji. I can't believe it actually was her. Alright, Demo, that's a timeout. Accidentally spoiled it. Witnesses! Wonderful. It seems you do remember. We arrested Miss Hakude based on that testimony as well. I can't believe it. You should, because it's the truth. Oh. Now, Miss Inubashiri, please come with me. Wait, just a moment, please. So this means Momiji's going to testify in court? Why, of course. But she's my assistant, isn't she? What if she tries to lie to give me an advantage? I have taken that into consideration, and Lady Knowledge believes that Miss Inubashiri would not do such a thing. So she decided to use her as a witness. I suppose she's right. What if Aya was the witness this whole time? Whimper. Well, it doesn't look like we have any say in the matter. At any rate, what would she be able to return to being an assistant after she gives her testimony? Absolutely. Aya. Don't worry about it. All you need to do is tell the truth, Momiji. We won't know what will happen until then, but do your best, okay? Thank you very much. It's nothing. Just get ready for the next time I see you. Aya. Uh-oh. Alright. The open area. Wait, this exists? Is this a real area in her shrine? Or I don't think I've ever seen this before. Ever. I mean, it probably isn't, but doesn't Hakugokudo have somewhere like this? Like an inner garden, so to speak? Don't most like big old style mansions have this kind of thing? But I guess the Hakude Shrine isn't like that. Maybe this just exists so it can add more areas in the shrine instead of just the front. I'm gonna assume that's what it is. I don't think this is actually a thing that Reimu has in the shrine. And here we see the familiar scene of a shrine maiden drinking her tea. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, but isn't the reporter Tengu? What are you doing here? That's what I'd like to ask you. Why are you here, Miss Kochiya? As I am well acquainted with the shrines, I am tending to the upkeep here in interim while the actual shrine maiden is away due to the circumstances. You know she actually does do that. The amount of people who have cleaned up the Hakude Shrine, it's three at the minimum, I believe. There's Reimu herself. Sanae does handiwork here, which I mean kind of makes sense because the branch shrine exists here as well. So the reputation of the main shrine does have some impact, albeit not much because the shrine still doesn't see that many visitors anyway. But Sanae is just, she's a shrine maiden. She's a friend. She helps out. And then that one time Kasen changed into Reimu's clothes and then started working on the shrine too. That was interesting. Wasn't expecting that. It was nice to see her in those clothes though. So that must be the reason why you're here as well. An interesting thing about Wild Horn Hermit is that the artist has a little bit of creative freedom to draw the characters with multiple different outfits, which is really nice. Granted, you can't really see the full flux of their design and coloration in black and white, but it's still really cool. Marissa had a little bowler's hat before. She wasn't wearing her Witchit hat. She's had a winter outfit, summer outfit. Even Reimu's had very subtle changes to her overall outfit, but they're there. And in an after page, I saw different things. I like Kasen's winter outfit. It looks really nice. She's just got a little top on. It's like a dark pinkish magenta top that goes over her arms, full sleeve, and just up to around her belly. And it's really not much, but it's neat to see them in different outfits than what we always see them in. In an official capacity is what I mean. That is correct. I'm Miss Reimu Hakude's defense attorney. A lot of good outfits in Forbidden Scrollery too. Oh yeah, Reimu's got good boots. Forbidden Scrollery's art style is so good. And the further in you go, Wild Horn Hermit, you can see the artist, who, by the way, the artist is named Aya. I don't know if it's their pen name or real name or whatever, but they go by Aya, and you can really see the quality of their work improve with each volume, and it's great. I'm currently Miss Reimu Hakude's defense attorney. They're nice boots. They look really nice. They look really, really nice. I heard about the previous trial at Miss Kirisame. I'd really rather not remember that. But wasn't it interesting? You know, Sanae also wears boots. Why am I talking about this? What is this? Why this isn't important. Aya wears those crazy getas that are like impossible for humans to stand in. The one ones that are like Tengu exclusive. If anything, my occupation has taught me is that what happens to other people is incredibly interesting, but to the people that happen to, they don't find it nearly as compelling. It's true. Does she have a snake on her boot? No, she has a snake on her hair. It's making its way to her boot. Yes, I can understand. There are many layers of meaning to that. Chad, I ever tell you that Suiko actually has zero affiliation with frogs? But she just really likes them. So that's why she like turns into them and has so much like representation with them. Even though her power has nothing to do with them. She's a frog weeb. Handling 2 shrines at once. I mentioned that before? Alright, well, I felt like it was important information. Because the thing is we we kind of bleh. Holy God, I'm trying to like form the sentence in my head and I can't put it out fast enough. Kanako is like represented by a snake and Suwako is represented by a frog, but Suwako doesn't have anything to do with frogs like at all. She hates Chirno, yeah, because Chirno bullies frogs. There are very few instances where characters genuinely dislike each other. Yukari genuinely dislikes Tenchi, because Tenchi is a shithead, messing with the world. There are very few instances of legitimate dislike between characters, though. Most of them are so easygoing that they just kind of throw hands and then they're chill. But there are some things. Tenchi's a great character. I love Tenchi. She's really good. And there's Sage. Sage is a weird one. I don't really know if people like necessarily hate her. It's not like she's much of a problem. But like her actions are obviously annoying. Isn't it awfully difficult to manage 2 shrines at once? No, not particularly. Really? How do you handle any visitors? There are none. Don't most characters dislike Okina? I don't know, I wouldn't say so. She's only appeared in 1 game. And it's a fairly recent one. I mean, in the actual games, they all talk shit to each other, but at the end of the day, they all come down to the shrine and have a drink afterwards, right? But like in the case of Tenchi and Yukari, Tenchi's actions... This is a bit of a plot spoiler, I guess, but the whole reason Scarlet Weather Rhapsody happens in 10.5 Tenchi's game is because the shrine collapses due to an earthquake, and Tenchi offers to rebuild the shrine for Reimu, to which Reimu accepts. And Yukari is pissed about that, because there's obviously... I forget what the actual details were. I think a keystone was placed in there or something. Anyway, Tenchi seemed to like deliberately place something within the newly built shrine, either it's in the shrine itself or in the general area. So Yukari had that shit torn down, and then Suika rebuilt the shrine from scratch. Because Suika's really good at building. The Oni and the Underground are really good at building, but so is Kanako. Unless Kanako employed the help of the Underground as well, which would make sense, because essentially Suika rebuilt the shrine in a day, and it's been stated that the Myoden Temple, Byakuran's place, was also built in 1 day by Kanako, which probably means they employed the same help, because Kanako kind of has dominion over the Underground, sort of, not really, like at all, but at the very least she's the closest connected to it, just by virtue of the nuclear reactor and all that stuff. Even though she herself has never met Satori, despite using Utsuo's power for nuclear fusion. Huh. Visitors. Not a single pious soul has appeared. That made perfect sense and no sense at all. Welcome to Touhou. That's the best I can explain it. Sometimes shit just doesn't make sense and you gotta accept it. But at least I can try to explain it. Kanako would have the largest workforce, Yokai Mountain and all. I suppose so. I don't know if it was the Kappa, probably not the Tengu. But I do know for a fact that Suika was the only character to exist in 10.5 at that point. Technically the Kappa did as well, actually. But not so much so. Because the Yokai Mountain had to exist at that point. And Nitori, yeah, so the Kappa did exist, but not much was really known about them at that point, I guess? I'm not really sure, but basically, yeah, Suika rebuilt the Hakude Shrine. Because she is a strong girl. The Yamame species are very good at construction, yeah. But I don't know if they've ever, like, been employed canonically to do construction work. I do know that they are regarded as very good construction workers. But remember that Yamame herself, her ability is just... She has some kind of dominion over illness that she can't control. She's basically a walking carrier for that reason, so she's kind of a difficult character to be around. She's violent and doesn't like humans, and she's capable of passing on unknown diseases all over the fucking place, whether or not she wants to or not. I don't know if she has control over that power. But yeah, she is, she's very good at construction. The fibers of her threads are very sturdy. And I guess she likes making candy in a fandom. I like that Yamame better. The good girl who makes candy, rather than the poisonous cretin you must avoid. I see. The Moriya Shrine has visitors, naturally. At least, we're able to get by on the offerings. But this one is completely different. It seems that Miss Hakure hasn't done a thing since the last time I came here. Well, she's always drinking tea, sweeping, or throwing parties. Who says she can't be both? Fair. Fair. But you can't hang out with Poison Spider Girl if you're gonna, like, suffer from incurable diseases. But I want to have a Yamame cookie. It's probably the best damn cookie in the world. You'll never get to try it. It's forbidden cookie. Somehow, I think there's something a little strange about doing one of those activities in a shrine. Yes, even though I brought it up, I'm a little surprised myself at how normal it seemed. It's positively scandalous. Alright, tell me about the party. Were you here on the day of the party? No, I was not present at the time. Really? Even though I didn't go either, I heard it was a considerably large gathering. I had prior engagements. Oh, imagine that. You get a chocolate chip cookie, but it's not chocolate chips, it's spiders. Better than a raisin cookie, right? I had a prior engagement. Ah, I see. Why didn't you join the party? Well, after defending Miss Kirisame, there was another little problem that came up. So, she was arrested on separate charges? Exactly. And after I went through all that to prove her innocent. I'm not sure what the other case was about, though. Anyway, after that, I started drinking myself. The next thing I remember, a few days had already passed. So you were drinking for a long time. Yes, with the other Tengu. That's why I doubt anyone saw a single one of us at the party here. But Momiji was here. It certainly seemed that way. I hadn't noticed any Tengu flying around either. It was our first time drinking that much in a long while. Then how did Momiji get to this party? I should hope so. There's a saying that says you shouldn't push your limits. Limits? It means you shouldn't drink so much that even your feathers reek of alcohol. Wasn't that more of an encouraging phrase? Is that so? I've never consumed sake before, so I wouldn't know. Whoops, we're getting sidetracked. Before I leave, do you think there are any clues around here? Clues, you say? There isn't much time until the day's trial. I believe that the police have already confiscated everything. I figured as much. But even with as much as they took, they may have overlooked something. That's true as well. Ah, that's right. Please wait for a moment. Some time ago, they returned when they didn't think they needed it as evidence. Even though it might not help much, you're free to look for yourself. Really? Yes, by all means. Poggers. I haven't sorted everything out yet, but please look until your heart's content. Evidence room. That reminds me, chat, there was a chapter in Wildhorn Hermit where Sanai teaches Reimu about peer pressure, so to speak. Because Sanai doesn't want to drink, but everybody in Gensokyo drinks. And Reimu pressures her to do it. So, what Sanai does as a retort is she learns sake history. And she quotes sake history, but misinforms Reimu as to what it means. She gets really cheap outside world sake and treats it as a grand spectacle that's drunk by some important prominent figures. She named 3 of them, which I can't remember the exact names of, but apparently they're famous because all 3 of them made incredibly awful decisions in history while they were drunk. And what was nice about that is while Sanai got back at Reimu went to offer her a drink, and then when Sanai declined, Reimu, instead of pushing it on her, remembered what happened last time and didn't force it on her. They became better friends because of that. So Reimu got her just desserts and everybody grew as characters. It was great. I loved it. So they were confiscated articles. Sanai doesn't like to drink much, it seems. She still does. She does drink, but she's definitely not as gung-ho about it as everyone else in Gensokyo. It definitely looks like the scene after a party. There's even left the yakitori skewers lying around. And there's an incredibly large number of sake bottles, too. Indeed, although this is about normal at a Tengu party. Huh? What's the matter? Doesn't the color and neck of the bottle look just like the bottle in evidence? They do, but the lower part is a different color. But in the middle of a party, I imagine they're similar enough to mistake one for the other. I might have to use this for a bottle. I might have a use for this bottle, so I would like to borrow it for a while. There should be no problem with that. Similar looking sake bottle out of the court record. Okay. While the label does not read Oni Killer, the color and the neck closely resemble the bottle containing... Uh-oh, so we get a dupe bottle. I think one of my favorite panels... One of my favorite set of panels in Wild Horn Hermit was... It was 13.5. And there's a fight between Gyakuten and Reimu at the shrine. And there's a bunch of side bets going on. And Kasen just screams at the top of her lungs... let's go, Reimu. You can do it. And Reimu turns around and so adorably embarrassed by it. And then whoever's with Kasen, I think it's Marissa. She's like, "So did you bet on Reimu?" And Kasen's like, "Absolutely not. I bet on the monk because every time Reimu gets full of herself, something backfires and blows up in her face." I was like, "God damn it." It's good. If you haven't read it, I recommend you read it. There are a lot of chapters that have definitely stuck with me. Some are stronger, have stronger impressions than others. For sure. But yeah, I definitely don't regret reading these. I like Kasen a lot more than I used to, that's for sure. Mostly because I didn't know much about her, but she's slowly growing up there on me. I really like her character. I still want to see how it all pays out for her in the end, you know? There's still a bit about of her arm that I don't fully understand what's going on. But we'll see. Also, you need to remember that Wild Horn Hermit, every single fighting game that Kasen's been a part of now, 13.5, 14.5, and 15.5, have all happened in canon before the events of Wild Horn Hermit have concluded. So that's important to note. Because Wild Horn Hermit started in like 2012, I think. Somewhere around there. Back when the newest game was like 12 or 13, I think. And now Wild Horn Hermit has finished just recently this year. And the latest game to come out at that point was 16.5. So it's just something to keep in mind, because sometimes characters get introduced really fast and you're like, what are they doing here? That's weird. It's because the game came out at a certain point in time. Like I went from, oh, here's Gyakuten, here's Miko, to, oh, Sumireko's here now. 2010, it was that? Okay, yeah. Forbidden Scrollery, I would recommend reading that one first. I like that one more overall, but they're both good. Also, I like the art a lot. Well, the art's good in both of them, but the artist for Forbidden Scrollery is the same artist for 14.5 and 15.5. So you'll see a lot of similarities, and obviously it's the same artist, and it's great. It's just great to see their more character work. That said, I love how both artists for both series do smug expressions, and just like silly little chibi drawings to express emotion without being too detailed. Those are great. They do a really good job with them. So these are the confiscated articles. Definitely looks like the scene after a party. I read the Touhou stuff in the order that it was released, up to Wild Horn Hermit. Because at that point, here's what I did. I read everything up to Wild Horn Hermit. Then I read Forbidden Scrollery. No, sorry, I didn't read Forbidden Scrollery. Yes, no, I did. Did I? I don't remember if I read Forbidden Scrollery first. Then I read Aya's second account. No, I read Aya's second account first. That's what it was. Because Aya has 2 books. She has forget what they're called. Symposium of Post-Mysticism is the second one. But the first one is... The fuck was it? I need some help on that, chat. Anyway, point is, I read that first because that gives you more details on different characters as well as more stuff on Akyu. Perfect Memento and a Strict Sense. Thank you. So yeah, Perfect Memento and a Strict Sense is the first one, then Symposium of Post-Mysticism. I said Akyu. Aya's is different. Aya's is Bohemian Archive in Japanese read. What am I saying? So I read that because that gives you more insight on Akyu as well as more characters up to 13. Then I started Forbidden Scrollery because Akio gets to be her own character in that as well, despite Kozuzu being the main focus. So knowing as much as I did about Akio, it was nice to see how she's portrayed in the manga, and it's great. Akio's a great character, fantastic character, and I feel like knowing about her books ahead of time and her personality, how it's written, it helped me like her more, so to speak, because she's a main character, but she's not in every single panel. She's not Reimu after all. So then after I read Forbidden Scrollery, I went to Wildhorn Hermit, because I was told that the amount of crossover between the two of them is basically non-existent, so Forbidden Scrollery is better to go with first. In fact, the only thing I can think of is there's one incident in Forbidden Scrollery that happens as a direct cause of an event that happens in Wildhorn Hermit. I don't remember what that is, which means it was pretty much inconsequential and it was used mostly as a writing device just for the sake of the chapter. So it's not anything you need to worry about. Also the fortune teller. Yeah. I know, it was the rain. It was the rain, and then... Wait. Was it the lightning ball storms? Or did that happen after? I don't know. Because the incident in Forbidden Scrollery was rat infestation caused by the large amount of rainstorms. But something in Wildhorn Hermit caused that to be the way it is. Anyway, I'm getting super sidetracked. And there's an incredibly large amount of sake bottles too. Why does this always happen when I play this game, chat? All I have to do is sit here and read, and then I immediately get sidetracked all over the fucking place. Indeed, although this is about as normal at a Tengu party. Huh? What's the matter? Doesn't the color and neck of this bottle look just like the bottle in evidence? They do, but the lower part is a different color. But in the middle of a party, I imagine they're similar enough to mistake one for the other. Wait, didn't I already read this? God damn it. I thought I clicked something else, not the bottles. I wanted to click this, the cup. There's something inside. It looks like wrapping paper. I thought I clicked this earlier, so I was just reading it. Judging by the folds, it looks like it came up from a bottle. That's going to be annoying to see. I'm just stopped on the same text over and over, and then I realized after the fact. Yes, it looks like a perfect fit for a bottle of sake. This wrapping paper fits both the smoking gun and the similarly shaped bottle exactly. So it must have come from either one of the bottles. Ah, it would appear so. But what does that mean? I haven't figured that out yet. Wrapping paper added to the court record. Okay. A piece of wrapping paper that fits both the Oni Killer bottle and a similarly shaped bottle perfectly. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. I think it's about time for me to start preparing for the trial. I don't have much time in the way of evidence, but I have to pull through somehow. Oh. Alright, yeah, I think we can do this case in one sitting, chat. Assuming I don't get super sidetracked again talking about Touhou lore. But again, there really is no better time to talk about that kind of thing than when Touhou's on the screen, you know? Same day, 2:19 p.m., defendant's waiting room. Because I don't know if you know this, chat, but I like Touhou. I like talking about Touhou. Any excuse I can get to talk about Touhou is great. It really is. I really like a cup of green tea right now. You seem to have a lot in common with Miss Kitty-same. You're both in your own little worlds. Well, how else am I supposed to remain calm? That may be true, but do you really have to act like you're holding a cup all the time? You could say I'm a tea devotee. Have it your way then. She's pretty pushy for a client. But anyway, with an undefeated attorney defending me, I'm sure this will be over in a second and I'll be free to blink of an eye, right? Yeah, sure, that's me. Just chatting for Touhou for 2 hours. No, you won't catch me on the just chatting. Chat, if you go on the just chatting section of Twitch, you will find so many people, and you will find massive viewer numbers, and it's certainly something, that's for sure. Do I look like a miracle worker from Miss Kochia to you? Unfortunately, I was unable to find any conclusive evidence. Looks like I was getting my hopes up. You're not gonna boost your newspaper circulation like that. Please believe me when I say I was trying my hardest for the benefit of my newspaper. So, does that mean I shouldn't believe anything else you do? Alright, we're in court again. I gotta find a thumbnail for this one. I'm trying to use as many screens as possible that don't spoil things. The trial for Reimu Hakude is now in session. You mean Hakude Reimu? Chat, that's a fun thing to say. Hakude Reimu. It's just fun to say it that way. Reimu Hakude doesn't roll off the tongue, as well as Hakude Reimu. Have both sides made their preparations? Preparations complete, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Now your opening statement. Miss Knowledge, if you please. There's the dirty wall again. Understood. Ugh. I wonder how she's going to handle this. This is the prosecution's opening statement. The charges are personal injury. The victim is Miss Suika Ibuki. The defendant is Miss Hakude Reimu. Do you see that, chat? Do you see how I just auto-corrected her name in my mind? Because I wanted to say Hakude first. At a party on the night of the 6th, the defendant prepared a special kind of sake for the victim, who then imbibed it. Imbibed it? Due to the effects of the sake, the victim is currently unconscious. Merely pretending to be dead. The bottle containing the sake the victim consumed was weaker than the defendant thought, so it did not result in a more serious condition. The defendant's actions to eliminate the victim are inexcusable. That is why the prosecution claims a severe punishment is ordered. Oh, I see what's going on here. So, it's not actual murder, but Reimu's on trial for, like, attempting. It's attempted murder. That's the severity of the case, which is probably the closest we can get to an actual murder case here, so there's a lot more at stake. Wow, she seems even more enthusiastic than the last time. Oh, I see. You seem to have more fight in your spirit this time, Miss Knowledge. Please pardon my zeal. Whew. Now, if the defendant will approach the stand. Defendant, your name and occupation. Oh, this is ridiculous. You all know who I am. It is simply for the record, your name and occupation. Well, fine, if I have to. Reimu Hakude. I'm the Hakude Shrine's Shrine Maiden? I think that's what I am anyway. Not good to be doubting yourself right now. It's true you don't perform much of what a normal Shrine Maiden usually does. However, you are the only being at the shrine who does perform shrine-related duties, and you are an adherent to the Shinto belief. What is your opinion, Your Honor? Yes, I believe that is acceptable. Shrine Maiden was originally used as a nickname that applies to our defendant as well. Shut it. The only people who need to know what I do are me, myself, and I. Chat, how does her sleeve stay on? Am I to believe that the ribbon on the outside is so tightly fastened that her sleeves just never slide down her arm ever? Yes? Alright, I guess that's what I'm believing for the rest of my life. She took that pretty well. Magnets. What do you mean, magnets? In any case, you were the one who served Miss Ibuki the sake that resulted in her comatose state, correct? To be fair, we also look at characters like... Look at Kanji from Persona 4. How the fuck does that guy's jacket stay on his shoulders the entire time? It's impossible, I tell ya. Well, I know I poured her sake, but I don't really know what kinds I gave her that night. I just grabbed whatever bottle happened to be within reach. That's what anyone would say. However, we were able to find evidence and a witness. But it seems that the evidence of this case is extremely scarce. As long as the evidence proves the defendant's guilt, that is all that matters. And as there was a witness, I believe there will not be a problem. Very well then. Please show your witness into the courtroom. There is no need to be impatient, Your Honor. I mean, we discussed about how the outfits don't fall off, but every character in Touhou seems... any character with a hat in Touhou always has it on their head, no matter what. That shit never flies off. You notice that? Except that one time in Touhou Soccer where Reimu takes her ribbon out. That's when shit got real. May I show the plaintiff into the room first? That seems like an odd request. Isn't she supposed to be comatose? The victim, yes, but the plaintiff is asked to represent her in her place, and of course, she has testimony too. Wait, what? Oh ho! In that case, please allow her in. At once. Who... Why are you here? Oh, good day. How is everyone doing? What? How unusual for you to be here. Well, I'm only here because Suika asked me to take her place. You know, while she's in a coma. Should I give my name and occupation too? Yukari Yakumo. My occupation is simply doing as I please. Yeah, I trust her with a hill of beans. Not a very specific job description. I'm not gonna lie, chat, I'll tell you right now. I thought Yukari was the witness who saw. Because I was like, how could anyone see this and no one know who this person is? And then it was Momiji. And now I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? A life about decisions is not terribly amusing, don't you think so? Sorry, but my entire being is devoted to decisions. Can we move on, Your Honor? Oh, excuse me. Miss Yukari Yakumo, you have an important message from the victim. It's not for me to decide if it's important or not, though. It is important, and I would like for you to share it with the court now. If that is your decision. I was absolutely positive Momiji was going to be first. Looks like this trial is off to a flying start. To be honest with you, Yukari as a character only tends to show up when things are actually serious. She's a shithead in her own right, and she never outright states what she's doing or why she's doing it. But Yukari usually acts in the best interests of Gensokyo itself. It's just the way she goes about it that it can be frustrating to some people, but I like her. I think she's a good character. She enjoys herself, she has her fun, but she's not, like, clueless. She can play clueless, and sometimes you have busy person representations of her where she's, a little homoerotic, I guess, is the best way to say that. But, you know, characters can be, as long as characters don't, tropes don't clash with overall canon, you're free to be whatever they want. But as far as Yukari is concerned, in my opinion, she's a shithead like everyone else, but she buckles down when things are serious, even if she doesn't outright explain it, because what fun is that? Just coming out and explaining things. She tries to have her own fun with it, but she does take things seriously when it involves the state of Gensokyo itself. Yukari is Touhou's Q. I know who Q is, but I don't fully understand Q's role in Star Trek. So I kind of understand the reference, the comparison you're going for, but at the same time, I'm not overly familiar with Star Trek lore, so maybe someone will understand that better than me. But I figured I'd say it because it might make sense to someone who does know more about Star Trek. I heard from Suika that there is kind of sake that is the natural enemy of the Oni. Are you finished? Wait, what? That was it? Yes, Your Honor. She's basically Reimu's Alice. I don't know if it's that bad yet. We haven't got that far into it. Because every time we play Touhou PCB for a busy person, I get hella sidetracked, and the game gets hella sidetracked. And together we accomplish next to nothing. we've done 6 hours of PCB, and we haven't even gotten to the part where we can pick our character of which route we're doing. He was basically a god who was bored and just wants to play games. John Delancey. Will you cross-examine Miss Shameimaru? Yes, I will. I just know she's doing this on purpose. Omnipotent trickster, god being with possible hidden good intentions for the people they're interested in. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty up Yukari's lineup. I heard from Suika there's a kind of sake that's natural enemy of Oni. Well, I mean, what else am I going to do but press it, yeah? What kind of sake is this? I don't know. Huh? Not even Suika knew the brand name or anything like that. You don't say. I would appreciate if you withheld those groundless questions, Miss Shameimaru. Wow, she's going all out today. Yes, understood. I believe the sake she mentioned is our smoking gun in this case. Chat, what's it say? Does it say Oni Killer? That is a rather straightforward name. It is without a doubt an Oni killer. Ah, so is that what the brand is called? This is what turned Miss Suika Ibuki into the victim. Is she dead? Despite the intimidating name, it cannot actually murder anyone. But Reimu might if she sets her on fire again. Oh, I see. But if one is aware of its strength... Yes, that proof would be persuasive enough. Please wait a moment. What is it, Miss Shameimaru? It has not been established yet that Miss Ibuki actually drank the sake. And besides, there was a lot of drinking going on. We have no idea who drank what. That is indeed true. Any objections, Miss Knowledge? That's a sinister smile if I've ever seen one. What is with that smug smile? That smugness. It mocks me. I anticipated you bringing up that subject, which is why I prepared a witness. This is the same witness you mentioned earlier, yes? The same. Then please bring her into the room. There she is! Hey, isn't she the defense attorney's assistant? Just what happened? This is an unusual scene. Order in the court. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes. Witness, were you listening? What? Name and occupation. Ah, I'm so very sorry. I'm Momiji Inubashiri. My occupation is Aya's assistant? Why do we have so many involved in this case who are uncertain about their livelihoods? Mere coincidence, Your Honor. Anyway, that will do. However, it is okay for the defense's assistant to give testimony. I said that sentence weird. There should be no problems. The prosecution has determined that she is good character, adequate knowledge, and is not planning anything underhanded. If the prosecution accepts her, then the court shall as well. Now, may we move on to her testimony? Witness, begin your testimony. Yes, right away. Alright, what did you see, Momiji? When I arrived, the party had already started. I was asked to make a delivery there. That's when I saw Miss Hakure pouring sake from Miss Ibuki. I think it was from the bottle submitted as evidence. Nothing terribly suspicious about this testimony. Isn't this decisive enough? The prosecution believes so. However, I do not. There is still a possibility she may be mistaken, so I wish to cross-examine her. Unlikely, but you may begin. I didn't think it would look this bad so soon. Chad, I'd just like to point out that if this game came out in a period of time where Touhou 12 was out, then I guarantee we would have a case that would involve New. Like, we would have to. New Huju would definitely be prominent in at least one case, given her ability. It's just the law. How could you not utilize that character's abilities for this kind of game? At what point did you arrive? I think about 2 or 3 hours before it ended. How did you estimate that? There must have been at least that much time left since I went to the party, because I was asked to make a delivery there. Delivery? Yes. What did you deliver? What the current case is about. Sake. Did it include that bottle too? Yes, it certainly seems that way. I didn't know specifically what I was delivering. I think I can get some more information from her. Should I press harder? You should probably press harder. Why didn't you know the contents? Who were the people involved? Why was sake the only thing you delivered? Who did you deliver it to? No, I want to know who wanted you to deliver it in the first place. I delivered it directly to Miss Hakude. I was told to do so by... Who? Mr. Morichika of Cordindo. It seemed that Miss Hakude had ordered sake from the human village through him. Provisions, huh? I think I can get some more information from her. Should I press harder? Yeah, let's get some more. Why didn't you know the contents? Why didn't you know what you were delivering? It was all wrapped up in paper. All I knew was that they were bottles. I see now. I think I can get more information. Okay, and was sake the only thing you delivered? Did you deliver anything else? Yes, besides the sake, I was also asked to deliver the snacks. There were a lot of bags, but they were light enough for me to manage. I think I can get some more information. No, I don't think I can get anything else from that. I should wait and see how things turn out. So when I saw Miss Hakude pouring sake for Miss Ibuki. Okay, that seems strange. That was the sake you just delivered, wasn't it? He was salty about losing the soccer match. I mean, you know what's gonna happen if he falsely accuses Reimu? He's gonna get more than an ass kicking at the end of the trial. Well, the moment I handed it to her, Miss Ibuki said, "Smells like you got another good bottle there, Reimu. Hurry up and give me a taste of that." So Miss Hakude didn't hesitate at all. I see Ibuki, Suika, and Shirano are cut from the same cloth here. They're all Meowths. Why are they all Meowths? She said, yeah, took off the wrapper and poured her a big cup of its contents. Why were you watching for that long? I was still holding the other bags. I didn't want to leave them in the open area, so I was waiting until I could ask Miss Hakude to take them. Do. How very polite of you. Ah, thank you very much, Your Honor. Wow, so this is what it feels like to be praised. Oh. I think that was the bottle submitted as evidence. Are you sure about that? Well, now that you mention it, Miss Hakude didn't remove the wrapping paper entirely, so I never saw the whole bottle clearly. But Miss Knowledge recognized the bottle as soon as she saw it, so I think it's the same one. For the record, when Detective Izayoi confiscated the bottle, she also received confirmation from those who had helped clean up after the party. So I declare now that beyond a shadow of a doubt, the bottle in her testimony is directly connected to the bottle in evidence. Oh, very well, I shall keep that in mind. You don't appear to be making much progress, Miss Shameimaru. What will you do now? If I don't do anything, we'll lose for sure. I like how she says that, and then she still gives you a choice. So I have an idea here. Your Honor, the defense would like to present important evidence. Huh, important evidence, you say? That would be this. First, I need to point out that there may be a possibility of mistaken identity. Yeah, so that would be the additional bottle. And what is this bottle? It's just as it looks, a simple bottle. We already took this bottle into account. However, its contents were not what affected the victim. Exactly. This is what's so important. What? Now, take a look at this wrapping paper. I found this in a trash bin at Hakude Shrine. Wrapping paper. Ah! You seem to understand what I'm getting at. What did our witness just testify? Miss Hakude poured Miss Ibuki sake from this bottle without completely unwrapping it. And, since this bottle is very similar in shape and size to the Oni Killer bottle, this wrapping paper could have belonged to it instead. Ah! Why is Momiji screaming? Why, yes, you're right. If both bottles were only particularly unwrapped, it would be very difficult to tell them apart. I'm pretty sure in actual canon, Momiji and Aya aren't like anything, but because they both appear in the same stage of Mountain of Faith, people are like, oh, they're friends. And usually what that meant is when games came out with Aya, fan games that featured Aya usually had Momiji in them, because they were like a dynamic duo, despite, you know, not actually being really anything at all. Screaming is done by everyone. Yeah, fair enough, but she's not. It's not like she's a the suspect here. She just screamed anyway. Why, yes, you're right. If both bottles were only partially unwrapped, it'd be very difficult to tell them apart. Oh, even with all that training, our investigators still overlook something? What do you think, Your Honor? The defense believes we should request further verification on the validity of the prosecution's evidence. Yes, of course. Miss Knowledge, can the prosecution provide such proof at this time? Unfortunately, we are unable to do so. However, we do have another witness. Wait, again? A third witness? I see. While they are connected to this event as well, we decided to have Miss Inabashiri testify first as there was a greater chance she was more reliable. I wonder if it's Renosuke since he provided the alcohol. However, we were unable to reach our goal of a guilty verdict with her testimony alone. May we have some time to fully prepare our next witness? I suppose so. And with the defense's objections, they still have not completely proven the defendant's innocence. So we shall continue this trial tomorrow. The prosecution will search for any remaining evidence to prepare the witness of which they spoke. And the defense wishes to prove their witness innocent. Please continue to take measures necessary to accomplish this. Acknowledged, Your Honor. Understood, Your Honor. And with that, today's trial is over? That was quick. That was really quick. Hi, you. Even though you had to make it look like you weren't a spy or anything, couldn't you have made it just a little easier for me in there? But if I hadn't found that evidence, I wouldn't have been able to make any headway at all. Now, at least it's over, isn't it? Huh? Thanks a lot for your hard work. I'm going back to my shrine for some green tea. See you later. Hey now, we're not done yet. What? All there was between you and a guilty verdict today were a few sheets of paper, and we weren't able to completely prove your innocence. What? Weren't you listening during the trial? I fell asleep. Oh, Reimu. Never change. You wouldn't happen to be upset, would you? Please don't fall asleep during tomorrow's trial. I will try as hard as I possibly can. I think, okay, hear me out, chat. I think what this is in the original Ace Attorney, the trial days were broken up into, in case 3 and 4 and 5, the trial days were broken up into investigation court, investigation court, investigation court. And then in every game after that, it was investigation court, investigation court. So I think that's why that court date was so short. We're going to have 3 individual court dates, which means they're going to be kind of short for that to that extent. So we're already likely a third of the way through. No way we're halfway through it. No way. Aya, putting your legs on the desk is bad manners, you know. Here's your tea. Unless the second half is incredibly bloated with information, I think we're gonna get a third run. Yeah, that's hot. Really? That's why I told you to be careful. Huh? You did? Yes, I did. Maybe I didn't notice it. Anyway, why are you staring at the sky like that? I used up all the evidence I found in yesterday's trial, so now I have no ammunition left. What? That's why I'm thinking about just giving up. If we don't have any evidence, we don't have a chance. Isn't that a little drastic? Drastic? How am I supposed to defend Miss Hakude otherwise? Can we find some more evidence? Slim chance of that happening. The prosecution's investigation picked it clean. I was lucky just to find that wrapping paper. Reimu's going to jail. Reimu's going to jail. So this is how it is? If we could just find some kind of lead. Well, we might as well try. How about talking to Miss Hakude some more first? Nothing else we can do, I guess. We can't do a whole lot right now. Well, so what can we do? Didn't I tell you already? If you did, I didn't hear it. Oh. They said that they already said that once Momiji testified, she was okay to go back as Aya's assistant because all the information she could provide has been displayed to the court. We know the facts. It's not like she can lie anymore. She was just eyewitness for the bottle. I want to go home. Don't they have tea here? But it's all black tea. I want to drink green tea. Bask in the sun's warmth. And, well, that's going to have to wait. Ugh. I thought that would have been a piece of cake for you. Should have ended before the judge touched her gavel. That doesn't even make sense. Oh, that's right. Miss Hakude? What is it? During yesterday's trial, a question occurred to me. A question? Yes, Miss Hakude. Why were you the one who was arrested? What are you talking about, Momiji? She's the prime suspect in the case. No, that's not what I meant. To put it simply, we don't know her motive. Is there a reason why Miss Hakude had to put Miss Ibuki into a coma? No one brought it up yesterday, so I thought everyone already knew. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't? Momiji. I'm sorry for something so basic to slip right past me. It's just that I was taken somewhere all of a sudden, so maybe... So you wanted to come down here today to ask that question? I suppose so. I mean, I don't know either. Does anyone know? That's what you said earlier. What? I did? Of course. Did she really hear that? So, Miss Hakude, we ran out of time during yesterday's trial, so I was unable to bring up that point. But I'll ask you now. When you were arrested, did they say anything about what they thought your motivation was? There is absolutely no way you came down here planning on asking me that. Whatever are you insinuating? Of course we did. That's a worried poggers. Oh, it too, Momiji. Why are you looking at me like that? It's not like I did anything wrong. Well, whatever. To answer your question, they didn't explain anything. I completely forgot to ask about it too. Huh? I knew it. I had a feeling something was strange was going on. I'll say, don't know how I would end up here otherwise. There just might be something going on behind the scenes after all. Maybe we should ask Mrs. Ayoi for more details. Well, first let's talk to Reimu. Can you think of anything else we can use as a clue? So is that what you really wanted to ask me? This case is about you, so I figured you would be the best source for that kind of information. Well, let's see. I tried a bit for that sake, even though I really didn't want to, not knowing what kind it was and all. I don't even get why that bottle in the wrapping paper was delivered in the first place. What? Didn't you order it? No, I didn't. That certainly is odd. I was only asked to make the delivery, though. But before you made the delivery, I had already got everything I ordered. Sounds like a discrepancy to me. The sake that you personally had ordered had already been delivered? That's right. The last bottle was one extra. And then, once it arrived, Suika just ignored all the other bottles and wanted a drink from that. I only gave it to her because she asked, so it's not like I meant to knock her out. Well, this is confusing. I see. All of a sudden, we're drowning in questions. I had a feeling there were more in this case. And we're still in a difficult position. There's just so little evidence to go by. I think whoever did it planned it like that. We're certainly dealing with a criminal mastermind. They seem to have realized that leaving behind a lot of evidence would make things more obvious. Well, how about we go ask around some more? Nothing else we can do, so we might as well. Well, this is interesting. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Same day. Hakude Shrine. Group ground. Ah, there you are. I don't think you should point at others in such a manner. But I have something I need to ask you. Whatever could it be that you would have you so agitated? Alright, talk to me, Krabs. What is Reimu's motive? You say that Miss Hakude is a prime suspect, but so far I've heard nothing of a motive. It's because you never asked. I shouldn't have to. If I don't know everything, how am I supposed to do my job? But you didn't notice yourself until today. I didn't think I would have to bring up something so obvious. But it's not necessary for you to know, is it? It is necessary, so please tell me. Very well then. Actually, the start of this case was not at the time of the party. I see. The first witness from the previous day told me Miss Hakure and Miss Ibuki engaged in a danmaku battle a short time before the party. Is that true? Miss Hakure didn't mention it herself. Do you believe a suspect would tell the authorities anything resembling a motive? You have a point. However, as far as our reasons for arresting Miss Hakure, I suppose we should inform you that much. It would be a great help. First, there is a matter of serving Miss Ibuki sake that is harmful to those of the Oni clan. Oni clan! Clan! C-L-A-N. Clan. That's essentially assault. Okay. Then, there's what happened that caused the incident. This happened shortly before the judicial system went into effect. Miss Hakure and Miss Ibuki had a dispute and held a danmaku battle to settle it. I said Oni clam. But for Gensokyo, that's not exactly unusual, is it? No, it's not. In fact, it probably wouldn't have come to this otherwise. Miss Ibuki was the cause of the dispute. However, the danmaku battle itself ended in a draw. So Miss Hakure wasn't able to get even with Miss Ibuki. And it's related to this case? That is our conclusion. But Miss Hakure had no idea. I like how we're just acting on the assumption that if Reimu doesn't win, then she certainly isn't gonna lose. So, come on. What is this shit? So I spiked her drink, knocked her right out. Reimu always wins, baby. Ow. Right. Oh, hit myself in the diaphragm. That was fucking stupid. But Miss Hakure had no idea. Miss Inubashiri, if you were the suspect, would you attempt to lie if you thought it would improve your situation? I knocked the wind out of myself. Good job. What you did, you say you didn't do. And what you didn't do, you say you did. What? What you did, you say you didn't do. And what you didn't do, you say you did. That's true. That's 100% true. Oh. Anything else you would like to discuss? Please wait a moment. Who was the other witness? I am not at liberty to say. They will be giving their testimony at the next trial. What? Now, if you will excuse me, I must take my leave. Alright, cool. Oh. What are we gonna do now, Aya? Well, let's keep asking around. We are sorely lacking information. I can't even write an article like this. So, okay, so this... I guess... Corino seems correct. I feel like Renosuke would be a witness to this, because Renosuke has been present in every single case to some extent. Kind of a shithead, isn't he? I get the feeling we'll become frequent shoppers around here. Well, we aren't shopping. It's just that all the cases seem to be connected to this store. It seems he's being treated as more of a handyman than a shop owner. You two. Maybe you should be having this conversation anywhere but in front of the person you're talking about. It's fine. I'm not worried about that. Me neither. Maybe you should be. Man, Renosuke gets a lot of flack, doesn't he? Renosuke is portrayed like one of two ways, I notice. He's either the butt of the joke because he's overall weak, or he's absolutely god mode shredded. Handsomest motherfucker on the entire planet. You could grate stones on his abs, and then he still gets his ass kicked anyway. One of two ways. One of two ways. I prefer the stone grinder abs myself. Reimu's order. Have you heard about the case? Why can't Renosuke just be a chill dude who can't sell shit? That's a backhanded Sprays right there. I don't know if he can't sell it. I don't know if he can't sell it. But he tries his best. But the thing is, he never really wants to sell anything he's actually interested in at all. Oh, the reason why Reimu was arrested, right? Exactly. I would like to take this opportunity to ask you if you knew what kind of sake you had delivered. Are you serious? Wasn't Kaneko who made Sanai do all the things in Mountain of Faith to progress her plans? I think... here's what I think happened. What happened was, the plot of Mountain of Faith is the Moriya Shrine goes on top of the mountain, right? And Sanai comes down to the human village, and I believe what happens is they pretty much... They promote themselves, but I think they also kind of shit-talk the Hakude Shrine. So Reimu, already not happy with rivals, is like, okay, now they're dissing me. So then that's how Mountain of Faith starts. They do, yeah, they shit-talk her. Okay, and then the way Mountain of Faith resolves itself is the Moriya Shrine builds a branch shrine at the Hakude Shrine, and it all is Gucci. The problem with the Moriya Shrine is because its location, it's hard for them to get visitors, so their branch shrines are very helpful. And I learned a lot about that in the written works because they're doing so much to try and get faith. Holy shit, yeah, Sanai does a lot of advertising in the human village during times of crisis and whatnot. Just to build faith, because if they don't, they really don't get much visitors to begin with because of their location, and they need faith. Suwako and Kaneko need faith to continue, like, surviving. It's their lifeblood. So they do a lot of things that could be seen as extreme, but they kind of need to. It's not like Reimu, where the god of Reimu's shrine is, who even knows who that is? Reimu's more excited for the money, really. But Kaneko and Suwako, they're native gods that they need faith to survive. I'm getting sidetracked again. And it's really hard to bolster that kind of thing, you know? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. So there's something that Miss Hakude didn't order in the delivery I brought to her. It was that one bottle of sake, which is the smoking gun in this case. God of Reimu's Shrine is Mima, of course. Yep. Maybe. Maybe! There was something that Miss Hakude didn't order in the delivery I brought to her. It was that one bottle of sake, which is the smoking gun in this case. It's not much of a sidetrack as I like to speculate Sada and Kaneko behind this case to get more faith. Well, what would they stand to gain by poisoning Suika so to this extent? I don't think it would do anything at all. They're not in the business of, like, attacking... There's no reason for them to attack the Hakude Shrine anymore because their branch shrine exists. Their branch shrine exists on the Hakude Shrine, so they still get serviced through that way. They don't... Arresting Reimu isn't going to do anything. That's not going to do anything for them. It's not like, oh, well, nobody even goes to that shrine anyway. Like, humans don't go to the Hakude Shrine. So they're not losing faith in that regard. As far as they should be concerned, they just need to figure out how to... They need to figure out how to, like... What's the word here? I mean, they already kind of did with their portable lift thingy. But they need to win faith in the human village more than Reimu does. Reimu, even though Reimu does sometimes have humans at her shrine, for the most part, it's not really a place that's visited too often by humans. Okay, moving on. The Oni Killer Sake. That's right. So are you really absolutely sure Miss Hakude placed an order for that sake? Yeah, no doubt about it. It was just since the order came so late. I wasn't able to have it ready in time to send with the first order. So she specifically ordered it. She wrote the name and everything. I see. Now hold on, how did you come into possession of this item? Okay, that's weird. Hold on, I guess I'll present the... What's this other bottle? Don't you think these two bottles look similar? Yeah, the shapes match, but they aren't the same color. There's a good chance the actual culprit to this case hasn't even appeared yet, chat. We just don't know. Just keep in mind, Danny, that you can speculate all you want, but don't just go announcing theories in the chat. Or I'll kick your ass. Yeah, the shapes match, but they aren't the same color. But what if I were to do this? Now there's no way I'd be able to tell the two apart. But what does this mean? Didn't you just say that you couldn't tell the smoking gun apart from this other bottle? It's always Rin Satsuki. It's always Rin Satsuki, isn't it? Son of a bitch got us all. She's more elusive than Mima. Yes, I suppose. However, I didn't deliver any more bottles after the one Miss Inubashiri took. Why did Momiji take this delivery up anyway? Why her? So what does that mean? Whenever I wrap the bottles, I group the ones of the same color so I can tell them apart. So these wrapped bottles, they're all the same color. It's all over for us, isn't it? Don't jinx us. Something looking to talk about. Quietly placed on a shelf. Well, that evidence is now gone. So now we have the actual one and the wrapping paper. This is the paper I used to wrap the bottles. Why do you wrap them up? It's a fun way to pass the time. Third case, I won't spoil it, but I'll say Will Powers. Will Powers, Steel Samurai. The ugliest man on TV, apparently. He plays the Steel Samurai. Somehow that seems a little sad. Oh yeah, and Old Bag's there. Wendy Old Bag. Oh, itchy poo. That's it. I'm certain that's the bottle that was ordered afterward. Really? Why would I lie? I said I was certain. It's heard about samurai. What are we gonna do, Aya? Well, we can't change the truth, but despite that, I know Miss Hakuda isn't the only suspect. Even if she was the one who ordered the sake? Yes. Okay, I guess that's all I can get out of here. Let's go back to Reimu, I guess? No. I guess we'll go back to the shrine and see if we can find more evidence. Okay. I kind of dislike how much I remember about Ace Attorney cases because it makes the replay value drop. Drop a lot, unfortunately. It's such a double-edged sword for those kind of games. Same day, Hakuda Shrine open area. Hello. Oh, hello. Here again, I see. Yes, anyway. I'm not gonna mince words. I'm here because I can't find any other good clues. This is the scene of the crime. Investigators said almost the same thing. Case 1's always a tutorial, yeah. And always one court day. The way they handled it in Trials and Tribulations, in my opinion, was very well done. Ah. I'm not sure that that's a good sign. Alright, talk to me, Krabs. Origin. Are you aware of the matter of the origin of the case? Origin? Yes. There was apparently a quarrel between Miss Hakuda and Miss Ibuki. Ah, yes, I know. I know about that much. Miss Izayoi always inquired about it. Ah, if she talked with you then. Was I not supposed to mention that? I'm so very sorry. Wonderful. So you're the witness for the next trial. Witness? What do you mean? Huh? So you're not the witness. No one has informed me, at least. Is that so? Yes. So who else could it be? That's a good question. I kind of thought Sanai was going to take the stand eventually, but... Reimu's quarrel. Right, Reimu had a fight. Dual Destiny's case one was technically 2 days, but there was an investigation due to... Yo, you're right. Yay. Kaboom! Miss Kochiya, you wouldn't happen to know the reason why Miss Hakude fought with Miss Ibuki. Alright. I don't know why you feel the need to be such an aggressive dickhead, but chill out. Not everything needs to be a fight. But God, you fucking try every single time. Miss Kochiya, you wouldn't happen to know the reason why Miss Hakude fought with Miss Ibuki. Actually, I do. Really? I just asked on a whim. I didn't think you would actually know. So what is it? Please wait just a moment. I don't think they can wait until Miss Hakude returns, so I suppose I can give them to you. What? New evidence? Here. This is the case behind everything. Cause behind everything. It's... what is it? Rice cakes? Oh no. Are those the rice cakes from episode 1? Miss Hakude bought some rice cakes, but then Miss Ibuki ate them. That's why there's... oh, okay, no. It wasn't the ones I bribed her with, chat. It wasn't the ones I bribed her with. That would have been pretty funny if it went full circle like that. So Reimu bought food. You know. Our Reimu. Starving, always broke, finally buys her own food. Suika eats them. So, I guess what I'm trying to say here is Reimu tried to fortune tell her old buddy Suika. Didn't work. It didn't work. So why are there still rice cakes here? Even though the battle ended in a draw, Miss Ibuki brought them afterwards. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There was a peace offering, chat. Suika brought more cookies. It's all good. So Miss Ibuki gave these to her as an apology. In that case, it sounds like they made up. You don't eat other people's food unless they offer. You get a fry. You don't just take. Because that's when you lose your food privileges. That may be true, but regardless, please take these with you. If they aren't eaten soon, then they'll go to waste. After we submit them as evidence, we will gladly do so. This seems important. With this evidence, we can overturn the idea that Miss Hakude is still holding a grudge. Well, I think we need more information, though. So I guess we're gonna work on clearing her motive, but we still need a suspect. Rice cakes quickly stored in a dark, cool place so they won't go bad. Chad, that rice cake looks like something I would draw. The cause of the fight between Reimu and Suika. Suika bought more to make up for the one she ate afterward, now dangerously close to the expiration date. Look at that, chat. Is there anything in here? Doesn't seem to be, no. So we'll go back outside. I guess we'll go even further back outside. Alright, Reimu. Take a look at this. I haven't the slightest idea what that is. What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. About your stock. Speaking of which, how exactly did you get that bottle of sake? That's a good question. Actually, they haven't made that kind of sake in a long time. Alright, give me a second. Minamoto Yorimitsu in the Four Divas. Watanabe no Suna, Sakana no Kintoki, Usue no Sadamitsu, and Urabe Hidetake. And the Shuten Doji Extermination. Have you heard of them? Actually, yes, if you can believe that. I know that story. The Four Devas are what the Four Onis are based on. What's interesting, though, is Suika herself is based on the leader, Shuten Doji. But there's Hoshiguma, which is Yugi, of course, and then there's Ibaraki, who is Kasen. And in the actual story, it seems Ibaraki is either Shuten Doji's wife or, like, trusted officer. So, interesting. You know this from Fate Grand Order? Shut up. Shut up. You can't just be like, I know history from Fate Grand Order. That's like saying you know everything in Europe because you watch Hatelia. Come on now. You're not supposed to admit where your source comes from. Who's the fourth one? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember the interesting aspect of it is that Shutendoji is supposed to be the leader, but Suika is based on the leader despite being one of the 4 devas herself. So it's kind of confusing. That's also why one of what's her name? One of Yugi's spell cards is referenced to Mount OOE, because Mount Ue is where their base of operations was. In fact, one of Suika's spell cards, I don't remember which game it's presented in. It's either Shoot the Bullet or it's either Shoot the Bullets or Double Spoiler, whatever one she's in, or the fighting games. But one of her spell cards is called the Massacre of Mount U, which is based on the story itself, where everyone there got absolutely fucking murdered, body bagged. Someone's taught me a bunch of random crap. Yeah, me too. Speaking of which, you know, the hermit that Eren herself is said to be based off of is what was it? Omoya Kane, I think it is. Something like that. In Persona, it's the giant brain. Search it up. The giant brain persona, it's a hermit arcana, is what is the person or hermit or in question that Eren is possibly based off. There's no confirmation on that, but there's a lot of, like, references to it that can lead you to that conclusion. Kind of cool. It's just funny that whenever I think of that, all I can think of is the giant floating brain. I have a general understanding, so what does that have to do with? I think you can take a guess. By using methods forgotten by history, they made the sake forgotten by history. A sake that can make even Oni dead drunk. I'm a connoisseur in Renaissance Italian history. I played Assassin's Creed. Yeah. I'm not scorning your knowledge. I'm just saying sometimes you got to be careful what you cite your sources on, you know? It's like, I know this from Fake Grand Order. You know what I know from Fake Grand Order? Pink-haired boy. It's implied that all Lunarians are the old Shinto gods, so anime be Omoi Kane. Yes, thank you. That's what it was. Yeah, there's a lot of like, the Lunarians are heavily based in, like, actual gods and stuff, which kind of makes them confusing to read up about, just because there's a lot of, like, real lore you need to know about them specifically, and I don't know everything. Unless it's Max Rank Persona, I have no idea what he's talking about. Omoya Kane is like, he's like at level 12, I think. He's very early on. He can't be any higher than level 30. But he's a giant floating brain. He's a hermit arcana. I know he's kind of early on because he's at that range where you could probably use him, but you probably won't. By the way, I made this label myself. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember what he looks like. Maybe he's even higher. He's probably higher, given his relevance to the whole thing. Maybe I'm losing my fucking mind. I find an image, but that'll take forever. That doesn't really matter right now, but at least that answers the question of how the sake came into being. But Mr. Morichika, how were you able to find the supply? Something like that. Well, it was for sale, actually. Then I got a message from Reimu saying, today's party is probably going to last a long time, so I need something to keep it short. So remember, Omoi Kane. Omoikane. I thought you were supposed to help. You were supposed to find evidence that would help our case. Sake bottle information update. Okay, so sake used in Oni extermination puts any Oni who drinks it into a deep sleep. I believe this is actually... I think this is based on the legend as well, chat. I believe... No, maybe I'm thinking of Yamata no Orochi. The Yamata no Orochi was put to sleep by Susanoo with a really potent sake. Maybe, but I don't remember if the story of Shutendoji also included sake strong enough to put Oni to sleep, which would make sense if that was the case. No, you are right. They made Shuten drink this, and when he's asleep, Minamoto cut Shuten's head off. Okay. So it was in both them. So Susanoo used... Did Susanoo use the same sake for Yamata no Orochi, or was it just a potent sake? I forget who Susanoo was supposed to be rescuing in that story. It wasn't Konohana Sakuya, was it? I don't remember. Fuck, I don't remember. Hmm. Ibaraki is the one who lost the arm. Yeah, which is why Kasen Ibaraki has her missing her arm. It was a sister? I don't remember. Sake, okay, Jesus Christ. I appreciate the apology, Floof. Just keep it in mind, keep it in check. No need to get hostile on people for needless things. That's all. Alright. So now that I have the sake updated, I guess we're here. Susanoo rescued Kushinada Hime. Thank you. Alright. Chat, we're learning about Japanese mythology right now. I'm surprised at how much of this information I've retained through my years of just piling through God knows what and where it comes up with. It's all surface level, though. I don't know shit. But be careful what source you cite. It's meaning how Okami is basically that for the Orochi myth. I haven't actually played Okami, but I know it's it's a friend of mine. It was like his favorite game. He got like a $400 giant Amaterasu figure. It looks fantastic. He ordered it like a year ago, and it only just arrived in the last couple months. I haven't seen it yet myself in person because the whole can't leave the house thing. But I'm sure he'll definitely show it off. This is also the same man who said that he would dip his pizza pocket into chocolate milk and then eat it in front of me. So I might have to put him down, but I also might record it so other people can see it. I am going to subject you to that. Misakade is in questioning, it seems. Let's come back later. Look, I don't know either, but we had a conversation about food, and he said he was eating pizza pockets and drinking chocolate milk, and somewhere down the line he was just like, I am going to dip my pizza pocket into the chocolate milk and eat it, bet. And we were like, you won't fucking do that. And, well, we're holding him to it. I even told him I'm going to record it and play it on my stream for content. I have a friend who dipped canned peaches into ranch dressing. Oh. Why? Why? What prompted that? Let's come back later. Oh, I will say this, chat. You know people who eat ketchup with their macaroni and cheese? I've tried that before. I don't like it. It's weird. But hear me out. Okay, chat, hear me out. Macaroni and cheese with mustard. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds awful. But I kind of want to try it. Because you put mustard on it? You put mustard on it, right? And people can't even tell there's mustard on it because it looks like the cheese, right? And it would look good. It would look good aesthetically because it would match with the color. But would the mustard taste good with the macaroni? This isn't the ultimate question. Someone needs to test that for me. Don't do relish, though. Relish is disgusting. Don't mind ketchup, but I don't like it. It's just it's too contrasting a taste for me. I like mustard. Mustard is so good, but you can't put it on like anything ever. Hey, is that what you think it is? Like, you don't dip shit in mustard. You can dip fries in ketchup, but you can't dip fries in mustard. Or at the very least, I haven't tried. Maybe I'll try that. I'll get back to you on that. Looks like Miss Inaba, doesn't it? What's she doing in a place like this? What should we do? We better hide. Hurry. Oh, that's a shithead. She seems to be in high spirits. I wonder if she's up to something. I get the feeling I'm being watched. Uh-oh. Distract her, quick. Call like a crow. Here goes nothing. Oh, looks like it was just some crow. Great, you threw her off. Oh, that was embarrassing. Miss Inaba came from the open area? What was she doing there? There's only one woman who knows the answer to this. The only one who knows that, who's there now, is Miss Kochiya. Everyone in Gensokyo knows that. So what does that mean? Maybe Miss Inaba had some business with her. I would like to know what that business was. She's already gone, so there's no telling. Well, we can't ask Miss Kochi as a last resort. We don't know if it had anything to do with the case, so it'll be kind of difficult. But what happened to the reporter's spirit? Momiji! I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? You're absolutely right. It's my duty to interview her as a reporter. Thanks a lot. I had nearly forgotten. Chad, I'm not gonna lie. I suddenly have a craving for mac and cheese and a desire to put mustard on it. But I don't have any mac and cheese in my house. And honestly, that's the saddest part about this. Now what do I do? Hello. Welcome. Were you able to find any clues? Things have gotten awfully difficult. Just don't drench it in mustard. I would probably like... Do you know the tech that people do that people say is bad? Like, chat, are you the kind of person who puts the puddle of ketchup on the side and then dips your fries in it? Or do you squeeze the ketchup like a zigzag over your fries over the top of it? Because you can do that. You can do both ways. I do it on the side, but if there's no choice, I can put it on top like a swirl. I think that's fine, because eventually it'll pool to the center anyway. I splored a thing on it. It looks pretty good when you spray it on top of it, but yeah, it works better when you can just dip it yourself. Did anyone visit you after we did? Anyone else? Why ketchup when barbecue sauce exists? My man gets it right there. I fucking love barbecue sauce. Bullseye barbecue sauce, I put that shit on everything. Chicken burger, regular burger, I dip my fries on that. I've had barbecue sauce on pizza before. That shit was good. It was really good. Barbecue sauce is delicious. 100%. Bullseye specifically, honey garlic barbecue sauce, so good. Delicious, amazing. All barbecue sauce is good, but that's my favorite. I dip pizza crust in barbecue. My man. That should make me hungry. Anyone else? Yeah, someone other than us. I thought that maybe some sort of hint or lead. No one else had visited today. Why do you think someone had done so? Uh-oh. Just wishful thinking. I'm a little desperate for new developments. Oh shit, chat. Someone's not telling everything they know. I see, how unfortunate. No one else has visited the shrine today, so there's nothing I can do to help. I see. Why is she trying to hide what happened, Miss Inaba? Now that's all for today. I don't have teriyaki sauce on hand, unfortunately. I don't think I've ever had teriyaki sauce, honestly. I've had takoyaki sauce. Not takoyaki sauce. Tonkatsu sauce. The sauce that they use for tonkatsu and torikatsu. That shit is so good. And just the mayo they use for... oh god, I forgot the name of it. Takoyaki is delicious. Takoyaki is really good, by the way, chat. It's just really expensive. Really, really expensive to get for how little you get. What do you mean? Oh god. I have my own shrine to tend to. I can't remain at this one all day. Chad, I miss getting curry on Sundays. It's been almost 2 months since I've had a plate of curry from the local joint. Fuck, I miss it. I get the same thing. I get a plate of pork cutlet curry with a side of spicy tuna maki. And Mountain Dew to drink, of course. Pesto's really expensive. It is. Chicken Alfredo's good, though. Pesto, I like Alfredo. Moriya Shrine may not have many visitors, but at least they are there. Can't disagree with you on that. Maybe we meet again. Excuse me. Goodbye. Take care. There she goes. Oh, what? Da. Didn't you seem a little flustered just now? Now that you mention it. Something fishy's going on here. However, we don't have time to go to the Moriya Shrine today. We need to prepare for the trial. Alfredo sauce on pizza? I've had it before, actually. It's not bad, but I feel like it's lacking in substance. Like, pizza sauce on pizza, you can taste the sauce. Alfredo sauce on pizza doesn't really detract from the pizza, but I feel it doesn't have as big as an impact on the overall flavor as pizza sauce does itself. So not a bad option, but not a great option either, in my humble opinion. Think it's too runny? Yeah, that could be an issue too. And you don't really... Because pizza sauce is thicker in general. Probably cooks better, too. I don't know specifics. I've only done it once. It doesn't seem like there's anyone here. Why even bother doing that if I need to walk through here? Alright. Dr. McCrabs. What is that? It's a good question. Reimu didn't seem to know either. Wait, wrong way. I need to go to the detention cell. There we go. The only thing I've ever had on pizza is I've had Alfredo sauce once, I've had pizza sauce, and I've had barbecue sauce a few times. Barbecue sauce is surprisingly good on pizza. I know how weird that may sound, but it is good. Any news? It's been 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, but then shoved back another step, basically. A friend of mine would make his own pizza. Like, he'd buy like the pre-made like pizzas you can put in the oven, right? And he would load that shit. He put ham and extra cheese and barbecue sauce, and he'd cook it in the oven, and it was so good. It was so runny and messy, but everything he added to it, it looked like a mess. He put oranges on it before. Like, oranges on the pizza, and it was just delicious. It was so good. I couldn't stop eating it. I have no idea why. It was so good. He's some kind of like pizza wizard, I swear. He could put anything on that fucking pizza and it would taste like heaven. Anything. Oranges. I'm not even kidding. He put an orange wedge, like an eighth of an orange on the pizza, and it was okay. It was pretty good. So no progress at all. I prefer if you thought of it as not losing ground. The man's got powerful techniques. It's true. I didn't believe him when he said it would be good, and then I tried it, and I was like, give me seconds. And I came back, and I was like, give me thirds. Like, I ate it as long as I could. I am craving that pizza right now, just doused in barbecue sauce and runny cheese. Oh my god, just plug my arteries up, why don't you? I don't know about that. Fuck, I miss pizza. I haven't ordered from the local pizza place in 2 months either. And I'm not about to, that's for sure. But man, I miss it. Miss Hakure, I think I know what your motive was. Really? What was my motive? This is quite a strange conversation. Barbecue sauce and chicken pizza, it's so good. It's so good. Make a homemade pizza yourself and put some barbecue sauce on it. I promise you, it will turn out good. I don't have any plans to cook anything in this situation, though. Maybe sometime in the future when everything's calmed down. Well, if you want to say it, do you remember these rice cakes? I pretty much just eat chicken and pizza and whatever I can get my hands on. My diet's not the best, but it could be worse. Look at the bright side, chat. My metabolism doesn't let me gain weight, so I will forever be the frame I am. I am one lucky son of a bitch. What? Oh, that's right. Those rice cakes. So what about them? Suika ate them. It's less so about cooking and more so procuring fresh ingredients, you know? I don't really want to handle that kind of stuff. I know you can properly wash it and all that, but better safe than sorry. Besides, I don't even go out and do grocery shopping anyway. Christian does. But we always talk about pizza during this game? Because it's good. Pizza's good. This game is good. You know what happens when two things are good together? You put them together. So what about them? Suika ate them. Thank goodness. If I hadn't remembered, that would have been cemented your place in my mind as a truly pitiable soul. Yeah, things like fruits and vegetables, unless they're frozen, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too overly cautious on that kind of decision making, but I read a quote before that it'll be very obvious if you haven't. It won't be obvious if you've done too much, but it will be very obvious if you haven't done enough. That kind of thing, you know. Like I'd rather take the precaution. I don't wanna risk that kind of thing. Oh, thank goodness. You're definitely looking for a fight now. I assure you, I am simply window shopping. Ah, whatever. Just get to your question. Oh, that's right. What happened to those rice cakes? Well, I challenged Suika to a Danmaku battle, but it ended in a draw. After that, Suika brought some more rice cakes, so we called it even. But the ones Suika brought were plain. The ones she ate were sweet bean filled. That was the only downside. You're scary when it comes to food. Of course I am. I must have snacks with my tea. Anyway, are there still any hard feelings after that was settled? Even though I'm scary about food, I don't have the time to be constantly angry. Chat, I don't think you understand the impact of that line. I don't have the time to be constantly angry. That is some mood right there. That is some mood. And you know what? It's just a fact of life. I got better things to do than be pissed off every second of the day. I get you, Reimu. I get you in your silly line. I guess sipping tea takes a lot of time. It's the most important time of day. If you say so. In any case, I have more or less forgotten about it. I'm no longer bothered. It no longer bothered me at all. Now that I think about it, there is one more thing. Would it happen to be this? Yes, that's it. Thanks for bringing it all this way. They don't have any Japanese snacks here at all, so I'm glad that you came with those for me. Sorry, but I'm unable to hand them over. This is evidence. And look, they're awfully close to the expiration date. We are extremely grateful for your submission. What did you say? I can't give them to you. Please don't try to change my mind. But I was so looking forward to them. Oh. The additional order. By the way, Miss Hakure, when did you place the follow-up order at Cordindo? Just a little before the party, I think. But there was no sake on this order. Are you sure about that? Absolutely. I only ordered more snacks. Whale bacon... What? No. What? Whale bacon. Marketed in shrink wrap packaged thin marble slice resembling pork bacon offered Japanese anadom. Strips of whale meat sashimi. Wait, they eat whale? Whale bait. What the fuck? What the fuck? How do you even get whale bacon into Gensokyo? Norway does it? Oh my god. Is it good? Whale bacon, salmon, dried fish, scallops, things like that. I've had scallops before and I don't like them. But I've had mackerel and I like those. Mackerel and salmon are good. That doesn't seem like a party platter. But there's no sea in Gensokyo, so how do they procure rations for whale meat? A friend of mine insists they're really good, but no thanks. Well, a friend of mine also insists that haggis is good. And, well, I don't know if I'd be able to eat that, no matter how good it is, knowing what it is. Doesn't seem like a party platter. Whale bacon existing. Why is it called whale bacon? Scallops, yeah, I don't like scallops. I don't like roe either. Roe is not very good. Oh, what do you know? Processed foods are the best because they go great with sake. There's a new girl with a whale hat. She's not a whale. Shh. She's not selling her blubber on the side. Chill out. Well, I wasn't disagreeing with you. How did Mr. Morichika respond? There are whales in the Misty Lake. Could you imagine? There's just a fucking whale hanging out in there? That would be crazy. I was busy making preparations, so I don't know. He could just have made... he just said he would deliver what he could. There is the giant sea lion. The giant sea lion exists. That's like the only sea mammal in Gensokyo. And the Kappa actually made a artificial like saltwater tank for it to relax in. I forget the bastard's name, but he does performances. And he's actually based on a real thing that happened in Japan, where a sea lion made its way to Japan and became a popular tourist attraction, and then the sea lion just kind of, I guess it left, and then, or it got forgotten about or whatever, and people stopped caring. And that's the origin story for it in Gensokyo. Since you brought in everything, I guess there weren't any problems. Yes, it looked like he filled the whole order. Japan is weird. Yeah. That brings up another question. Why did Momiji deliver it? I believe it was called Tama-chan, because it swam up the Tama River. I don't remember exactly what it was called. I think that's what it was called. Maybe you can look that up through that. What do you mean? You're the one who told me to go buy snacks at Korindo, weren't you? The shrine just happened to be on the way back. So that's what happened. Really, you're so mean, Aya. I need information. Oh, why did I have that stupid party anyway? Now, don't worry about it. I'll invite you to the next Tengu party. Will there be rice cakes? I can't promise you that, but I'll do what I can. Well, it looks like the timer is up. Ah, what is it? Did you remember something important? When you said timer, it reminded me that I'm still in the middle of a shogi game with Hitori. Why, you little... I have a question. I don't know if anyone knows the answer to this, though. Is this the last court date, or is there another period of investigation in court? Because if this is the last court date, I'll run through it. If there's another investigation in court, I'll stop here. Because that will break it perfectly in half. But I don't know if it breaks into another one. This is day 2. That's the thing. I don't know if there's a day 3. Is this the final trial? There's no day 3? Does anyone know that for sure? Because, as I said, I'll finish it now if that's the case. But if I go any further, I won't be able to finish the whole thing. No way. And it would be a good time to stop here. I think what it means by timer is that the trial is scheduled to happen at a certain time, and we only have so much time to gather evidence before we have to, go to court with it. It's a deadline kind of thing. So, can we move on? Are we good? Are we finishing the case today? Going once, going twice. A very scant walkthrough says there's 3 days. There's 3 days? Okay. Okay, then this is a good place to stop then. And we can resume. Even if I didn't get sidetracked, we probably wouldn't be able to finish the whole thing anyway. Mostly because it's also 5 to 11, so I can't really afford to push it into overtime, and I blame Kaguya for that. How many cases are there? That's a good question. I don't know. I hope there's at least 4 for sure, but I hope there's 5. So yeah, we'll stop here. Chapter 3-2, pre-trial. So yeah, half of the case is down. I really hope I don't forget. I hope I don't forget anything important next time I play this. You know what, chat? I'm gonna finish this case on Friday. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'll do Touhou as expected, and then Friday evening I will also finish this case so I don't forget too much of it. And then once Monday rolls around, when paint. I'm gonna take a break from paint for a bit because one, we're doing it weekly. I don't want to exhaust my creative ability. Haha. I'm also running low on alcohol, so I gotta be a bit careful on that. But yeah, Mario Paint seems like something I should space out a bit more, or the charm of it will be lost. And again, I'm pretty much on half a rum bottle, which I don't need much of. I don't need much of. But I still need it, Okay. And make it the 3rd save, just in case, because I'm paranoid on that kind of thing. Game exit, turn of title. That's it. That's it for the stream. Clappa. Beater faces are all you need. Beater. Now I'm hungry for pizza. Pizza and alcohol. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow, chat, is Touhou Live and Pokemon Stadium 2. So tomorrow will be the start of Moko's chapter, which I'm looking forward to. And more Pokemon Stadium shenanigans, because everybody fucking loves those. More double teaming Farfetch, baby. And then Friday will be puppets. Sorry, Bonikas. It'll be Bonikas, and then it'll be the conclusion of this case, so people won't have to wait too long for that. Myself included. I count myself when I say you people, because I want to know what happens too. And then Saturday will be as Saturday is. So yeah, that's it for this one. It was fun. Good stream. Kaguya went down. Holy Jesus, 440 photos. I'm going to get out of here. You know the drill. Thanks for watching, guys. And good night. I hope to see you tomorrow.